He was going to protect the pensions of people who have been contributing all their lives, the New Deal Democrats, and they are the people for whom Social Security is a big issue. If you look at the polling, there's a recent poll that says that people under the age of 35 believe in UFOs more than they believe that their Social Security pensions will still be there.
Well, the UFOs may be a better bet. You know, we have an entitlement commission, Bob. Danforth and Bob Kerrey, who's running in a tough re-election battle, are going to report in December. It's going to hit Social Security and others in terms of long-term changes. The climate's kind of poisoned some of those changes. The reality is you can't, over the long run, balance the budget. We're going to get a balanced budget amendment. Senator Graham's absolutely right. Both houses are going to shift enough that that will pass. A few years down the road, it will become a reality, almost certainly. Where are we going to be without touching the entitlements that are half the budget? We are not confronting those issues in a very mature fashion in this campaign.
Let's just talk about this next Congress. What's it going to be like? Certainly it's going to be more conservative. How does the president, does he try to find bipartisan solutions, or does he do like Harry Truman and go against a do-nothing Congress as Truman campaigned in '48?
He tries to find bipartisan solutions, and then he goes and attacks them as a do-nothing Congress when they don't go along. I think the interesting thing about this Congress is that it's going to be very polarized. A lot of the Democratic moderates are going to lose in this election or in deep trouble now. You may see Republican moderates becoming more important in the House. I think Norm has studied that. But by and large, you're going to see a lot of conservative Republicans and more liberal Democrats. The Black Caucus in the House is going to be very important, a larger share of the Democratic caucus this time.
Well, in the Senate, for example, the Republicans who will be coming to the Senate, if they're elected, will be much more conservative than the ones who are leaving. You'll be more of a Phil Graham type ideology than you'll say a Bill Cohen in Maine type ideology. I think the only new Republican that I would expect to be a moderate would be Olympia Snowe up in Maine, if indeed she is elected.
No, that's absolutely right. We're going to have, definitely, as Joe said, a more polarized Congress. In the House, the Democrats move to the left, the Republicans move sharply to the right. It's a more junior Congress. Far more than half the members of this new House are going to be newly elected in the 1990s. Find the middle is going to be the key task. Remember, Bill Clinton, in his first 2 years, didn't veto a single bill. We haven't had a president in modern memory who didn't veto a single bill. We're likely to get more vetoes, and if the Republican moderates are there in the middle, we may get some things done.
You know, one interesting thing, not one single Republican in the House has ever been in the majority, so they'll just have some getting used to do. Well, we're out of time. Thanks for joining us. I'll be back tonight with the evening news, and we'll have a complete wrap-up on all of this. See you then.
Buy hamburger, cook it up, and you'll discover you have a whole lot of something you don't even want. Try Harvest Burgers from who else? Green Giant. And get the flavor without all the fat. They're all vegetable, with far less fat than hamburger, no cholesterol, and lots of taste. New Harvest Burgers from Green Giant. Everything you want from a burger, without everything you don't.
I want to tell you about my home far away. My mother and father are there.
Strengthening the links of communications requires capital. In the last 3 years, Merrill Lynch raised over $50 billion for communications companies around the globe. We connect investors to opportunities and the people of the world to each other. For them, it makes a difference. The difference is Merrill Lynch.
This portion of Face the Nation was sponsored by the Archer Daniels Midland Company, ADN, Supermarket to the World, and by Merrill Lynch. For our clients, the difference is planning. The difference is Merrill Lynch. If you'd like to write to Face the Nation, send your letters to Bob Schieffer, Face the Nation, 2020 M Street, Northwest, Washington, D.C., 20036. This broadcast was produced by CBS News, which is solely responsible for the selection of today's guests and topics. It originated in New York City.
Experience CBS News. Campaign 94. What will the results mean for you? What changes lie ahead? Join Dan Rather and the CBS News team Tuesday. Experience CBS News.
Scarlet, coming to CBS.
Nobody covers KD Country like Eyewitness News.
I'm Stacey Smith.
I'm Patrice King Brown.
I think you'll have to agree with me that they make the cutest news team ever.
Nobody follows the news like Dave. For the last word on the day's events, turn to Eyewitness News at 11.
Westmoreland County.
For Crime Stoppers, I'm Ralph Iannotti.
Clear skies around KD.
Then for the first name in fun, turn to Dave.
Hi, it's me, Debbie. I'm on right after the local news.
Eyewitness News at 11, followed by The Late Show with David Letterman, weeknights on KD.